Amp in the time machine, come take a ride through the 1930s with style and stride. Books, films, and fashion, the songs that remain. We regret nothing, the past calls are made.
Welcome back to We Regret Nothing. I'm Sean. Today, we have reached the final movement in our exploration of the music of the 1930s. Over the last 2 episodes, Michelle, Andrea, and I worked our way through 20 songs that filled dance halls, living rooms, and radios during one of the most challenging decades in American history. Now, we've narrowed it down to a top 10, and by the end of this episode, my hope is 5 songs will remain. They will earn a place in the space capsule to represent the sound of the 1930s. These are songs that helped people escape, fall in love, keep moving forward when the world felt uncertain. Cutting this list down means choosing between cultural impact, emotional resonance, and lasting influence. So today, we ask the toughest question yet. Which 5 songs best capture the spirit, resilience, and rhythm of the 1930s? Let's find out. Welcome, Michelle.
Hello.
Hello, Andrea.
Cheers.
Okay, so let me just start with the list again. We have In the Mood, Happy Days Are Here Again, Crossroad Blues, The Way You Look Tonight, Minnie the Moocher, Putting on the Ritz, I Got Rhythm, Strange Fruit, Wabash, Cannonball, and God Bless America. That is our top 10. Why don't we just jump in with number 1? And that is In the Mood, Michelle.
I feel like there has to be room on this list maybe for one of the big swingy songs of the era, and we had a couple of good ones.
Yes, we did. Good job, Sean.
Yeah, great work. No, we're being sincere.
Yes.
But this one was like the best-selling swing instrumental of,
Yeah.
So I think you can make a real good argument for the sound. Like when you hear this, it's the 30s or thereabouts. So, and everybody knows it or has heard it. I don't know if they'll know it, but
Yeah,
they've heard it.
Yeah.
Andrea.
Yeah, I agree with what Michelle said. Also, shout out again to Glenn Miller. Thank you for your service. But this is the 30s. You don't hear this, and it's used in so many movies, and and then when the swing became big again in the late 90s, this was one that everybody would like. It was played at weddings. It just, yeah, this definitely to me speaks big band.
Yeah, for sure.
30s. Yeah. I'm not gonna vote yet because you can't.
You are so close to breaking the rules right now.
I'm on the precipice.
So, Lynn, we talked about this in the beginning, in the previous episode. But this song is really made up of several songs, starting with Tar Paper Stomp by Wingy Manone. I know that's not his name, but
Wingy.
We talked about this too. He was missing an arm and nicknamed Wingy, but under the name for Michelle, Barbecue Joe and his hot dogs. But then also the song Hot and Anxious by Horace Henderson used the same riff in this, recorded by his brother Fletcher. And then in 35, there's Rhythm in Harlem. That's Joe Garland, who included fragments of the previous melodies in this recording. And then in 38, Joe Garland officially composed and arranged the song under its current title. The first recording was released by Edgar Hayes and his orchestra in 38. And then the definitive version, Glenn Miller bought this arrangement from Garland, edited it, shortened it, and then his band recorded their version August 1st of 39. just making it under in this decade. But to your point, like, even if you don't know the name of this song, I think everybody knows this song. Next, Happy Days Are Here Again. Andrea.
Like I said in the previous episode, this to me screams the 30s because it was FDR's campaign song. And like we said too, it wasn't originally he just kept playing freaking Anchors Away. I love the way it came to be too, that somebody just yelled, play a new fucking song. And but it's always, I always think and do you know how I always picture FDR as Edward, oh my God, Gilmore, but I can't remember that I love the actor who is Lorelai Gilmore's dad, and he has passed away
from me.
And that horrible rapist movie Overboard, he plays Goldie Hawn's husband. And
Okay.
God damn. Okay. Anyways, in Annie, he plays FDR, and that's always how I picture FDR. Yeah, FDR.
Michelle.
I don't think FDR. I just think Barbra Streisand, but I get what you're saying. Like, I know it very is,
Yes.
very representative of the time. Yeah.
To Andrea's point here is that this song was actually recorded in 1930, but FDR, we had what Andrea just mentioned, they play this song, and then that's actually where
Edward Herman.
Varsoil. I don't know how I'm going to make it through this podcast today, actually.
Dear listener, we're all hungover, so I hope you're enjoying us at our best.
Yeah, you're
Tuesday
not,
already.
yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, okay. So number 3, Crossroad Blues. Michelle.
Yeah, this was my You'll Get One. I talked a little bit last time about the Delta Blues artists kind of getting, overlooked a little bit, I guess. A couple of interesting things so I think, probably people know, like, kind of the myth legend around the Crossroads, right? Where you make a deal with the devil. And Robert Johnson is very tied to that myth, even though it actually started earlier with another artist.
Yes.
So he, they say that it's because his rise to, that he made a deal at the Crossroads, and then that's how he kind of started to get very popular. The reality is that he was auditioning to get record deals or just to be recorded, and then got sent to San Antonio by a representative to do a bunch of sessions where he would just record as much as he could. And I think he recorded like 22 or 23 songs. And in this same session, he recorded, actually first, before he recorded Crossroad Blues, he also recorded Sweet Home Chicago. So that was maybe going to be my other one.
Okay.
Because it sounds, and for lack of a better term, it sounds cleaner. Sweet Home Chicago sounds cleaner than Crossroad Blues, but that's why I like Crossroad Blues more. It sounds like he just, like, you'd see him sitting on a crate on the side of the road with a guitar playing this song, and I fucking love it. And so it has all the elements of the Delta Blues I love. It's got a finger picking style. It has a slide guitar. He would tune it down so it sounded grittier. And I do have an affinity for, like, a guy with a guitar, right? Just playing from the heart. And I fucking love this song. Oh, did I break the rules?
You did not. Didn't even get as close as Andrea did in the last one. Andrea?
I just wanted to, for our listeners who are also Supernatural fans, yes, that is a real person. It's not a plot device in Supernatural.
Oh, is that
It's a huge plot device
Robert
in Supernatural.
Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh.
And the Crossroads and the
Well,
Crossroads
you all saw the
Demon.
Ralph Macchio movie.
That's exactly.
Because you know he made a deal with the devil. Ain't no way a boy looked like that could play that guitar. Come.
No, everything Michelle said, it is. I love listening to you and actually I love watching you talk about music. I listen to you, but just how I love it. It
I
swells my heart.
It's the way you talk about books.
That is,
And
thank
movies.
you. Thank you, my friend.
Means a lot to me.
I will get a little bit closer and say, I think we'll see this again. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
See.
So we talked about the Crossroads, the myth surrounding this song, surrounding Robert Johnson. What we didn't talk about, which didn't help. I mean, maybe it did, but Robert Johnson died at the age of 27. And his death was not reported publicly initially. 30 years later, there was somebody researching Johnson for a biography. They found Johnson's death certificate, which listed only the date and location with no official cause of death.
Because the Crossroads Demon came and got him.
I mean, again, I'm not
years.
suggesting.
You have 10 years.
But
10 years.
I mean, it was about 10 years, or pretty close to, but it is, there are so many different opinions about how he died. They're saying it's highly likely that he had congenital syphilis, but then there was no proof of that. Johnson, prior to his death, had been playing for a few weeks at a country dance in Greenwood. And according to one theory, Johnson was murdered by the jealous husband of a woman who he had been flirting with. Johnson had been flirting with this woman at a dance. She gave him a bottle of whiskey poisoned by her husband. These are the stories that, I mean, that I could read all of these.
I haven't read the poisoned by the husband whiskey.
When Johnson took the bottle, a friend of his knocked it out of his hand, admonishing him never to drink from a bottle he had not personally opened. Johnson said, "Don't ever knock a bottle of alcohol out of my hand." Soon after, he was offered another bottle and accepted it. Johnson started reported to start feeling sick the evening after, helped back to his room, and then over the next 3 days, he died. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's one of the...
It was the Crossroads Demon.
So, yeah. Again, it just adds to the whole...
That is fascinating.
Lore of this, that this dude died at 27. He had a very short... But when I say short, I think it was from 33 to 38, 32 to 38. It was his like career, right? That all of this stuff happened for him, and then he died at 27. So 8 years, Andrea, not 10. But you know, hey, who am I to knock Supernatural?
This is why we have the world we have now.
Oh, I'm the reason?
Yes, okay. You, white cisgender man.
Next. The Way You Look Tonight, and that is Andrea.
I love this song. I love this song so much. It's beautiful. I mean, like I said, like we have said, you know, Fred actually doesn't do a horrible job, but I just love this song. It very much 30s. I don't know if it's because I picture like almost like a stark, I don't picture the musical, but I picture just like a dance floor and just dancing. And I'm sorry, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, who I've never were fans of. Not saying they're not super talented at dancing, but
dancing.
But it just, yeah, it evokes very good feelings in me.
Oh, Michelle?
Yeah, it's a great song. And again, you know, we talked about, you know, or I mentioned the genius of Jerome Kern, writing this tune, but the fact that the lyrics were penned by a woman and that she, she just loved the melody so much and came up with equally, if not, superior lyrics to add to such a beautiful melody. It's a great fucking song. And all the versions throughout the years are just, it speaks to how many times this song's been covered, right?
Yep.
To how good it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we did talk about Jerome Kern, but then, as Michelle just mentioned, Dorothy Fields writes the lyrics for this song, and I didn't know this term, and I can't say it, a librettist, but she is a librettist and a lyricist. Librettist is a musical work, opera. It doesn't matter what it is. It's a hard word to say. But the Way You Look Tonight, she wrote the lyrics for The Way You Look Tonight, a fine romance on the sunny side of the street. Don't blame me. Pick yourself up. I'm in the mood for love. You couldn't be cuter, and big spender. And I would argue
What?
Yeah. She wrote the lyrics for 1966's Big Spender.
Librettist, that's a great word.
It is a great
A
word.
librettist?
Yeah.
It's just hard for me to say. Why do I keep using words I can't pronounce? Anyway, if you go back and look her up,
Damn, Dorothy.
the lyrics that she has written for the songs that she's written is just fascinating to me.
Yeah.
We stand a female songwriter.
We do.
Next is Minnie the Moocher, and that's Michelle.
My note is exactly the same as it was last time. Fucking love this song. I love Cab Calloway. I love A Call and Response. I think it's super, super fun. I love it so much.
Andrea?
Michelle loves A Call and Response. I love this song. I love Cab Calloway. That's what I had last time. I love this. Well, I've been singing it throughout the day.
Yes, we can attest to that.
That is true. Damn, we need more listeners. We are fucking amazing. I enjoy this. I enjoy Cab Calloway.
Yeah.
And it's he just brings me joy. Joy.
Okay. Yeah. So, again, we talked about Michelle's love of the callback, but also, well, I mean, this was in the movie The Blues Brothers, but this was okay. So not technically covered by Tupac, and if you call yourself a Tupac fan and you have not heard his rendition of Minnie the Moocher, shame on you. But also, Outkast had released a song called Mighty O. And the song starts with what Andrea's been singing all day of Heidi, Heidi, Heidi Ho. But very, again, just this. I almost broke the rules. Sorry.
Ooh.
Yep. But the lyrics to this song did kind of introduce white people to Harlem Jive without them knowing it. There was some stuff in here that if you didn't know what Kick the Gong Around was or something like that, it kind of brought it into the mainstream, kind of unnoticed by a lot of white people, but so there was that. And then I don't remember, I had this note, I don't remember if we talked about the 1932 Max Fleischer cartoon that was a blending live action of Calloway with animation. There's this character, the walrus. I don't remember his name, but that mirrored Cab Calloway's voice and dance, marking like this early fusion of jazz and animation. Anyway, a great song, even though I've been hearing it all morning from somebody. Okay, next, putting on the Ritz, Andrea.
This song is so much fun. This song, I again like to start a campaign for the original lyrics for anybody. No more where fashion sits. It's where Harlem flits. Like let's bring that back, folks. Because it's a celebration of Harlemites. Are they called They are called Harlemites, I think.
I think so.
It's a celebration of some snazzy dressing black men and black women. And this song, to me, celebrates that and that time. And it's just a fun song. Do I sometimes hear Peter Boyle singing it in my head? Yes. But I do. I love in the 80s and junior high when Taco came out with it. I went to school with a lot of dum-dums. They had never heard that song before, so they thought it was new. And sorry, not all you were dum-dums, but a lot of you were.
Oh boy.
They're not listening to this, trust me. They're listening to Joe Rogan. This song is just fun. It's so much fun. That's it. It's
Okay.
fun. It's fun.
Sure, minus the I mean, you're not wrong about the dum-dums. No, it's it's very like it's very 30s. Like again, you know where to place it.
That was subtle, but such an overstep. Michelle broke the rules. I'll say the musical structure of the song, because yes, Andrea, it's fun. Yeah, I'm going to break them too, but yes, Michelle represents the 30s. But the musical structure of this, so it's set in AABA form with verse. And it is, if you don't realize it, it's like off balance passage, unorthodox stresses in the lyric. It is extremely complex. But I feel like we all just kind of go, da, 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 and sing along or whatever. But it's actually, it's pretty provocative and complex as far as musical structure goes. I'm not a musician, but when I'm trying to,
That's why I slept with you.
But I am a liar. So, okay. Next is I got rhythm. Michelle.
Again, I love the Gershwins and I love a jaunty little tune, and this is match made in heaven for that.
And you did say that those two are related?
They are. Indeed they are. Yeah, I mean, I get the storied history of how it came to be is not ideal. But it's fun, and the pacing of it, again, I just like, it was meant for a dance hall. It was, good times. I like it a lot.
Andrea?
Yeah, I love a Gershwin tune. Yeah, it's just fun. It's another fun one, Sean. What strikes me as a bit of Alanis Morissette right now is that the 30s fucking sucked balls. There's a lot of fun songs because I think you're like, I need to make my fellow person feel a little bit better and forget how crappy everything is right now. And it's another one. It's funny how there's songs on this top 10 that I can't even talk about without breaking into tears. And then there's other ones that just, I sing all day through the house. And we know what a fine singer I am. So I'm sure everybody has enjoyed it.
Okay. So yeah, Red Nichols and his orchestra recorded this in 1930, but it included Benny Goodman on clarinet, Glenn Miller on trombone, and Gene Krupa on drums. And I believe it's maybe not the first, but it's arguably the most popular drum solo. Gene Krupa's drum solo is the first one in an album like this. That was for Michelle. Michelle loves a drummer. But so yeah, I mean, this was actually debuted 1930 for the Broadway production of Crazy Girl, or Girl Crazy. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Girl Crazy. I was thinking about Andrea.
Freudian slip.
Freudian
That's a
slip.
good one.
But the original version is in the musical Treasure Girl in 1928. But again, the recording, this all-star recording of jazz legends, or going to be jazz legends, is what I think we remember this song for. Next, Strange Fruit. And that is Andrea?
Mhm.
No,
It's not you?
I don't want to start crying again. This song should be more popular. Makes it sound like it's some
Oh, my.
ditty, but no, this song should still be. We never sang this in school, and I mean, when you took music and you did that, like this, it should have a wider audience, and people should fucking listen to it because we're repeating it again. And
Well, when you said we didn't sing it in school, but I heard it in school because my English teacher in junior high, Henrietta Orr, God rest her soul, was a very proud and knowledgeable about her roots, Black woman, and she took us to Baptist churches. She took us little white kids to Baptist churches. I think she really, so that is the first time I heard this song was in junior high. And, and junior high kids, like, listen, you don't really grasp the entire meaning of things, but, when you're watching the face of an older Black woman listen to this song in a, room full of mostly white kids, it really, I think about it now and then like, that was something. Yeah. It's very hard to listen to. It's, sadly still sort of relevant today. And it's heartbreaking.
Sometimes I make notes for the show. There are things that I find interesting, and then you two either singularly or collectively, as you just did, take it in a way where I'm like, oh, I can't talk about this now. But what both of you just said was like, so maybe sweet's not the right word, but like, it was so pure and so sweet. And then I was going to talk about Abel Mirapol, because I found it fascinating, but now I feel bad, but we're going to do it anyway. So Abel Mirapol, like I mentioned in the last episode, wrote the poem that this song is based on. And so he is born in 1903 to Ukrainian Jewish immigrants in the Bronx, and was a school teacher for 17 years, and wrote the poem Strange Fruit as a teacher and set it to music. But he was also, I'm so sorry. He was a member of the American Communist Party from 32 to 47, and was sympathetic to the Rosenbergs, if you know who they are. And later, he and his wife, Anne, adopted the Rosenbergs' two sons, Michael and Robert.
What? Did you know that? No.
And both of those children took the surname Mirapol. So Michael and Robert Mirapol.
What?
After their parents were executed. I just thought it was interesting. Because I thought, and you know what? This part's racist, Sean. I just assumed, I didn't even look up Abel Mirapol. I just thought it was a Black dude. And I'm like, Mirapol, that's not right. Lewis Allen. So I was doing this dive into who wrote the poem, and yeah, that was Abel. But you know what? We talk about the Billie Holiday version of this, but Nina Simone did a version of this as well. And yeah, so enough of my craziness. I'm sorry about that. Wabash. Why can't I say these words? Wabash.
Well, because
Cannonball.
people say it differently, I think.
How do you say it?
I say Wabash.
Andrea?
Wabash. Wabash. It's not right in my.
That's what I'm saying
I
to
don't
you.
like it in my mouth.
And y'all keep making me say it, and every time
No,
I try to
Wabash.
say it, it's
I say
no,
Wabash.
Wabash.
It's
Cannonball.
Wabash, but I think I just have that weird thing where I also say weird Northwesty type words.
Oh, I know, because I do as well. I don't know why, because the always sounds like Midwest to me, if that makes sense.
That's probably why I say it that way.
Are you
Mix it
going to
up
make
a
a
little bit.
casserole, or is that?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah,
Uh,
food should not be all in one container.
Oh, you are so wrong.
Okay, Michelle, can you talk about Wabash Cannonball?
Yes, I can. I think again, like I grew up in a household where this kind of stuff was played all the time, and in this song, but it's also the other, like it is also a jaunty little tune, and I like the rhyme scheme. I like the whole, like making references. I like the kind of the lore behind it, where the Wabash Cannonball was kind of considered like when a hobo would die, right? That the train whistle, it was the Wabash Cannonball that was going to take them to the promised land, right? Like a little, and the whole
Big
that
Rock
little,
Candy Mountain.
yeah, like the, like the hobo community, right?
Mhm.
Collective would recognize that one of theirs had passed, and every, train station in the country had one.
I
So
like that.
yeah.
I like that.
Andrea?
I like that. I don't like the song, but I like Michelle's backstory. But no, I still don't like this. It hasn't changed.
And I mean, and I'm not trying to press you on it. I'm just curious, like what, and I think you might have touched on it, but what don't you like about this song?
I just didn't like it. Like, it just bothered me. It hurt my ears. It scratched my brain. I didn't like it.
Huh. Scritched your brain.
Yeah, sometimes my brain scritches.
Okay. So this song actually, in 19, I know what year. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. 1936. It was recorded October 21, 36, but it wasn't released until 1938. And what's funny is because who is this song by?
This version, our version's Roy Acuff, but the Carter family is
Well,
what I know for
Roy Acuff and his Crazy Tennesseans.
Smoky Mountain Boys.
Correct. But this song was actually so Roy Acuff did the steam whistle effects, but the actual lead vocals were done by Sam Dynamite Hatcher, who is one of the Crazy Tennesseans in this 1936 version. And then after that, then you know the videos you see of Roy Acuff doing it
to like listen to
are later.
good. Sorry, Sean. It's okay.
Don't apologize.
I just don't like the Carter family version at all. And I'm not saying I don't like the Carter family, except they really need to poor June just because she got divorced. You need to take care of the fucking mote in your eye before mine. But I don't.
It's so, I mean,
I
listen,
feel so bad. No, because I always
do you know how boring this show would be if we just agreed on everything? Every episode would be 10 minutes and it'd be like,
You're
okay,
right. You're so smart. You're so smart.
we have the same taste. And that, I mean, what makes this work is that we don't all agree on these things.
That's how me and Michelle are best friends.
Sure.
Sure.
Again, I think
That is one of my best friends.
Michelle mentioned the mythology of this ghost train,
Mhm.
and it's
I love that story. Like, I love that whole backstory to
yeah.
it.
And listen, I don't know that I've gone on record, but I'm not afraid to. I love country music, and this is one of the most significant country music staples in
It
our
is.
history. It is.
Ironically,
It is.
I do not.
And ironically,
And I
Michelle does
still-
not.
Still
Um,
respect.
Okay. And God bless America, Andrea.
I think this should be our national anthem. I think the Star Spangled Banner was written by a slave-owning motherfucker. I cannot, and I want to say this. I think we all know I'm not a nationalist. So it's not like I've chosen it. Also, don't believe in God. So I did not choose it but this to me is such a 30s staple because it was released on Armistice Day, and it was to like get patriotism back up in America. Like we apparently needed it. I personally, okay, that's a whole other Donahue, but the Kate Smith version, I think is amazing. There's a lot of stuff around Kate Smith, because this was done before I think it was the Flyers started singing, the Philadelphia Flyers before their games, during the Vietnam War. They did this, her version rather than the Star Spangled Banner because of the feelings. So, they even had a statue of her, and then because she had done some songs in the early 30s, like that's why Darkies were made or something. So they took that, in 2019, they like took that away, but she was on record in the 40s saying like, we need to all tolerate each other. Like we need, regardless of religion, race, color, like we should all, so I'm not defending, I mean, shit gets said, but people still like Holiday Inn, and that movie's fucking troublesome. So let's give Kate a little bit. I also, people got personal with her, like because she was a large woman, and people just said some mean shit and like referred to her that way as, like and it just, this to me though was. And I know Guthrie didn't like it, so he did This Land Is Your Land, and I'm sorry sometimes, just a fucking white man who thinks he just knows better than everybody irritates me so much, especially folk singers, because they're fucking annoying.
Blasphemer talking about Woody like that.
That it just, you know what? Maybe you're not the last fucking word on it. It's such a white man born on third base, but thought you hit a fucking triple. Like just. Duh. It's a good song, and to me, it is this. It's what the 30s needed. So maybe we could have a round white woman come back and save us again, because we need a fucking song in the 20s, baby.
I'm all for the round white ladies.
Michelle,
I'm ambivalent about this song as I am about all kind of overtly
patriotic. I'm with you.
Songs.
I don't have a flag on my car.
I prefer things like This Land Is Your Land, because while it's still celebrating this country, it's literally celebrating the country. So I'm prepare for this, but not a fan of just shit like this.
No, I'm 100% with you.
No,
this to me though is the 30s. That's like, I'm not saying it's the best song. I'm not saying it's my favorite song.
No,
this was to get the feeling of, as horrible, and this is a horrible word, and fuck you white Christian nationalists. This was to bring a national, like bring everybody together. But
the argument is sound.
Yeah.
The argument is.
I just don't want anybody to think that I have bedazzled jeans or that I go to Watershed, or which Michelle called Hillbilly Palooza once. And that was still one of my favorite text threads.
Sean's not going to talk to me anymore.
But it is. Yeah, that's why I chose this song, was because that's why it beat out the Lullaby of Broadway in my thing. But I am not, but as I think some people know, a nationalist.
I think you've made that clear.
Have I?
Okay. So this song, I don't think we've mentioned this part, written by Irving Berlin during World War I in 1918. And then he wrote it for a review. Yip Yip Yap Hank. I don't, but he while he was serving in the U.S. Army, he was at Camp Upton in, that's why, Yap Hank, New York. That's a place. Yap Hank. Okay.
Maybe we can get sponsored by Yap Hank now.
But so he wrote it for that review while he was in the Army. And then he just kind of set it to the side. But and then in 1938, the rise of Adolf Hitler, Irving Berlin, who was Jewish and had arrived in the U.S. from Russia at the age of 5, felt it was time to do something with this song. And so Andrea's Point, it was introduced on Armistice Day in 1938, sung by Kate Smith on her radio show. And pretty deep dive from Andrea on Kate Smith, but a couple of things that just, again, I'm fascinated by. She was called the Songbird of the South in the 1920s. And yes, a lot of people said horrific things to her about her weight.
James Cain that wrote, because she started a thing against double indemnity. She started a campaign against it, and he's like, some fat girl, swear to God, that's what he said.
Yes.
Fat girl's causing trouble with this.
But
it's like,
here's what's really fascinating about Kate Smith.
punch you in your face.
Whether you like this song or you don't, whether you like her or you don't, Kate Smith did not speak until she was 4 years old.
I did not read that. I did a deep dive on Kate and did not.
By the time she was 5, so she starts speaking at 4. By the time she is 5, she's singing at the church social events. By the time she was 8, she was singing for the troops at army camps in the Washington, D.C. area during World War I. Smith has never had, she's passed, but never had a singing lesson in her life. But the range, she 2.5 octaves. And then she gets into vaudeville. She's doing, those things. I actually saw Bert Lahr.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a comedian.
Yep.
He's the Cowardly Lion. We talked about him,
Yes.
there, but he actually she was the butt of a lot of cruel jokes from him about her. This says girth, but I mean, she later,
Fuck you, Bert.
she would later
Hot
say that
meat
Kettle.
she often wept
You're
with humiliation in her dressing room after the show because of him. I'm sorry. But yeah, she had a radio show, which is, again, I mentioned, but during World War II, I know we're moving out of the 30s, but she, not solely, but she is credited with contributing to the sale of over $600 million dollars in war bonds.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like,
Which is equivalent to $12.8
Talk
billion
some more,
dollars today. And then in 1944, she launched a campaign against the film Double Indemnity. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
But then Cain recalled that there was a little trouble caused by this fat girl, Kate Smith, who carried on a propaganda asking people to stay away from the picture. Her advertisement probably put $1 million on its gross. That's what Cain said.
He
But
did, and I find
again,
that very...
just such a shitty
Mhm.
thing to say about a human being. But even listen, I love Double Indemnity, but that pisses me off. I'm like, anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Holy cow. We kind of
Can I say something too
go.
that about God Bless America?
Oh yeah.
I don't like the lyrics at all. Same reason I don't like the Pledge of Allegiance. Why am I pledging my allegiance to a fucking flag? I'm not pledging. I do not like God Bless. I don't like the lyrics. I understand them, but I think it's fervor like that we're in the shit show that we are now. That you either, because what is the America? Love it or leave it. What I can stay here and try to fix it as I apply for my citizenship. But I'm still in America, just not the United States part. But they're troublesome lyrics. I'm thinking of, like Michelle saying, "This land is your land," which I don't like. That I don't like when people write a song because to shit on somebody else's song they don't like.
So you're not into the diss track?
I love a diss track. I do. I mean, seriously. Thank you, Amy. Isn't it romantic? It's actually romantic. I do like a diss track. I do, but I just don't like a diss track from a white man or Kanye. Yeah, I just need to say that. I had to say that. I do like This Land Is Your Land better.
So, yes, God Bless America,
He's going to cut all this out.
but don't love the lyrics.
Yes.
But here's the thing.
I just don't want anybody to get the wrong impression of me.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that anybody who knows you right now thinks you're a white Christian nationalist with bedazzled jeans and you go to
Erica Kirk and
Watershed. What's it called?
Watershed.
Hillbilly
Hillbilly Palooza.
Palooza. Sure. Okay, so we've been through our 10. Let's see if we can get this down to 5 with these two. So number 1, In the Mood, Michelle.
Yes.
Andrea.
Yes. For the big band of it all.
Okay. Happy Days Are Here Again, Andrea.
I fought pretty hard for this one before, and I'm going to say no.
Okay, Michelle.
I'm gonna say no, even though I no.
I will say it's my number 6.
Not how this works. Crossroad Blues, Michelle.
Yes.
Andrea.
Yes.
The Way You Look Tonight, Andrea.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. No.
Michelle.
Yes.
Minnie the Moocher, Michelle.
Also a hurt. No.
Andrea.
No. It does hurt so fucking much.
I hate saying no to that. That makes
Putting
me
on the
sick.
Putting on the Ritz, Andrea.
No.
Michelle.
Yes.
I Got Rhythm, Michelle.
Yes.
Andrea.
Yes.
Strange Fruit, Andrea.
Yes.
Michelle.
Reluctantly, no.
It's because she's racist. I want American.
Wabash Cannonball, Michelle.
Also reluctantly, no.
Andrea.
No.
God Bless America, Andrea.
Yes.
Michelle.
No.
Okay, so we only have 3 we agreed on, right?
Mhm.
Yes, I have In the Mood,
Mm-hmm.
Crossroad Blues, and I Got Rhythm. Where we are disagreeing, there are 2. So the fight is going to be over these 4 to get them down to 2. And that is The Way You Look Tonight, Putting on the Ritz, God Bless America, and Strange Fruit. Those are the 4. So let's start with Andrea. Make your case.
For what?
God Bless America,
It's my way or I'm walking.
Strange Fruit.
I put a no with God Bless America.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna try to argue for it
Okay.
because there's other things in my mind that are more indicative of the 30s. And with that being said, and this breaks my fucking heart, but Strange Fruit is not indicative of the 30s.
That's my only reason.
That's my
no.
yeah.
It's like it evokes many, many, many other feelings.
Yes.
And the era
But
in which it
I
was
would not
released is not one of them.
Yep. So I will. The 2 that I said yes, I am flipping to no's. See how reasonable I am, everybody.
So reasonable.
So
The reasonable list.
Michelle, give me your list again.
Mine was Crossroad Blues,
Mm-hmm.
In the Mood,
Mm-hmm.
Putting on the Ritz,
Okay.
I Got Rhythm, and The Way You Look Tonight.
And I will flip to The Way You Look Tonight and Putting on the Ritz. Does that work? I mean, seriously, guys.
The reasonable list.
I think that people all the time, like, if you're like, what's your impression of Andrea Hendrickson? They're like,
White Christian nationalist.
Bedazzled Jeans, Hillbilly Palooza.
So let me just confirm one more time. In the Mood, Crossroad Blues, The Way You Look Tonight, Putting on the Ritz, I Got Rhythm.
Yes.
That's our 5.
yes. That's our fine to space aliens.
Okay.
Space aliens. Do they also get a copy of this podcast?
Oh my God.
No.
Why not?
They won't fit in the capsule.
That's not fair.
Okay, folks. we actually, that was somewhat pain-free and not that much fun for me, but we have our top 5 songs of the 1930s. Again, we put these songs into a space capsule. We shoot it into space. Aliens find it, open it. When they listen to these songs, they immediately understand the decade, the 1930s. These 5 songs are In the Mood, Crossroad Blues, The Way You Look Tonight, Putting on the Ritz, and I Got Rhythm. As always, when we wrap a category, I want to thank both of you. Number one, your both of your I Got One choices were phenomenal. They were both great. And this final list, as I look at it, this is pretty close to, if not the final 5 I would come up with. So you two are awesome. I want everybody to know that I think you're awesome. And if you're still listening to this, I'm so sorry. But you have to remember, we regret nothing.
So swing to the future, the past in our sight. We regret nothing, the capsules tonight.